The plight of the Sahrawi people for 30 years was to get their story to the world. It wasn't easy because we are struggling to get our right, and we have to fight against not only Morocco but France and the United States. So you can understand why it is difficult to get the story out. Western Sahara is in North Africa. It is bordered by Morocco from the north, Mauritania from the south, Algeria for 100 kilometers from the east, and the Atlantic Ocean and the Canary Island from the west. Western Sahara was first invaded by Spain in 1884, and it was declared as a non-self-governing territory by the United Nations in 1963. The United Nations then started a decolonization process in Africa and in Asia, in which all the African countries were given the right self-determination and got their independence. Western Sahara was supposed to be one of these countries, and the Moroccan regime forced the nomads, the Sahrawi nomads, to join the cities so as to control them and to be under control. So from 1975, the Sahrawi people have been struggling to convince the United Nations and Morocco to organize a referendum on self-determination in the territory. This is the longest military wall ever built by a human being. 2,700 kilometers, sand wall, 120,000 soldiers, landmines, and of course you have never heard about that because it is an American advice. So the people in the occupied zone are basically in a big prison, maintained in the main 4 cities under tight security control. No organization is allowed in, no media, nothing. Western Sahara is a very rich territory in phosphate, fishery resources, and possibly in oil. And all the countries, the European especially, Spain and the European Union, are taking profit of our fishing resources, while other countries, including New Zealand, is importing phosphate. Contacting the New Zealand government, they said that they know that it is illegal to exploit natural resources, but that it is not illegal to import it. So I'm still trying to understand this information here. We have now 9 Sahrawi students in Moroccan prisons who are undertaking a hunger strike for 40 days so far. But the problem is that no one sees this. This is happening under complete media blackout. We have refugee camps in the southwest, southwestern side of Algeria. We have 165,000 refugees, but we can't get any kind of information from the occupied zone about statistics. The only information we get is about the people who are arrested, tortured, prisoners, I mean the human rights violations. But Morocco is keeping secret, the exploitation is kept secret, no numbers, nothing. The Polisario Front was a mean of union, of unifying all the resistant groups in Western Sahara. And it was constituted in 1973 after many other experiences had failed. But still it is considered by all Sahrawis, everyone as the representative, the legitimate representative. And I think that we succeeded so far to maintain the resistance and to force the United Nations to recognize our rights of determination because we have a single liberation movement. About resuming war, it is possible. I mean, so far the liberation movement and the Sahrawi people are in a peace process. There is a peace process on the ground since 1991. There is a United Nations mission there and a ceasefire which is going on. But I think that we can't, it is legitimate for the Sahrawi to resume war if the United Nations doesn't do anything, if it doesn't organize the referendum it promised. I mean, Morocco has got a propaganda not not only for the Moroccans, but also to mislead even the international community. But no one believed it, because you know, and you said that this is a rotten regime, you know that. This is an absolute monarchy that is oppressing us like it is oppressing you.
Yeah. What about your regime? I've been fair, I talk about that
Polisario Front is a liberation movement that will be dissolved if the people of Western Sahara get their self-determination. This is what Polisario Front is. We do absolutely have no problem with Moroccan settlers, because the conflict has always been between the Sahrawis and the Moroccan regime. And the Moroccan people have problems with their own regime. They are oppressed themselves. It is a complete dictatorship. The king has got a divine power. No, in the constitution you can't question his divine power, his person. You can't question his system, the monarchy, and you can't question the territorial integrity. That is to say, you can't say that Western Sahara is not Moroccan. The solution is simple, just to implement the international legality and the international law, give the Sahrawis the right self-determination, and let them decide. The decolonization in the United Nations gives the indigenous people 3 choices: independence, integration with the occupying force or other entities, or autonomy. 3 choices, not one. And the liberation movement, what the liberation movement said in its last proposition this year, it says that it will accept any outcome of a democratic referendum, a democratic vote for the Sahrawi people. If they choose to be Moroccan, then let it be. They will be Moroccan. But if they choose any other choice, the international community has got to implement that. This is what Polisario Front says. On the other hand, we do believe and we do know that no country can live alone. We need union. We need to find agreements, to collaborate with other nations to survive in this world. We do believe in this. And we do have a vision, like all African nations, of building an African Union. This is the real solution. Sahrawis do and are now members of the African Union. We are working inside the African Union for a unified Africa, but we need to get our independence first. It is simple. Concerning the exploitation of natural resources, the United Nations Under Secretary General for Legal Affairs, Hans Koller, issued a legal opinion in 2002, following a request from the Security Council about the legality of the exploitation of natural resources in Western Sahara. He said that it is illegal to exploit the natural resources of non-self-governing territories, but when we explained all this to the government, and they had already had this information, they said that they do agree with the United Nations opinion that it is illegal to exploit. Yeah.
Our government agrees.
Your government, Australian government, and many other governments. It is illegal to exploit the natural resources, but it is not illegal to import this. I said, well, can you explain this to me? Because I think that a stolen good, if you buy a stolen good, well, you are a criminal. You are. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that can be done if you don't have the opportunity to demonstrate against these ships. You can write to senators. You can write to the government, to your MPs, asking about what they're doing in Western Sahara. How can they import phosphate from a territory that is still declared by the United Nations as a colony?